Welcome back everybody, my name is Block Creation and today I want to show you another unloading station for a tunnel bore. Now, this uses a tunnel bore by Emerald Fire 3, which is a updated version of that one which I used last time. And this is resistant to caves, water, so fluids, lava too, and gravity affected blocks like sand and gravel. Now, in this video I'm going to show you how this functions and how you can build it. The way this works is we have a launch station right here. This is mostly the launch station for the drill bore, or tunnel bore I meant. And then this observer activates the whole machine, and all the blocks get taken off by pistons and led into this too high line, which is connected with a conveyor belt to a TNT breaking station. This is going to get about 90% of the items, because the TNT alone will get 100%, but some items will get stuck on other blocks. But the output is right here. And this is just a normal TNT duper. And you can also have a manual breaking of the blocks. So then you would stand here, for instance. But I decided against that for here, because I just wanted to showcase it and I don't want to yield the most efficient design for the loot. But we have two options. One, to repeat the cycle and adjust a starting button, which will, if the lever is it will trigger the system once. But we can let it go, and now you can see it gets launched, picks up 8 blocks, and now it's on the way back. And now, while it's not back yet all the way, the system is going to activate and push everything into the conveyor belt. Starting the tutorial, we're going to start with the tunnel bore itself, and you can check out the video by Emerald Fire 3, and I'll link it in the description down below. But we are going to start with a block of choice. After that, a observer that sends a redstone pulse into a sticky piston with slime blocks, 4 slime blocks on the side, and on the third slime block go 1 up with slime blocks. Then diagonally up from the sticky piston we are going to place another sticky piston, but this time facing back, with 3 slime blocks on top, on the side. Then we want to repeat the same from the lower half on the upper half, like that. And then place a observer facing into this sticky piston like that, and a clay or a block of choice right there. Then we want to have another observer observing that, and that wasn't intentional. But you could see it working there. Then we want another observer just right there with a sticky piston diagonally down from there, and 2 slime blocks that are going to grab the blocks. Now we want to start with the launching system. For that we are going to start with a obsidian right here, then another obsidian right here to keep the whole thing in place. And above the obsidian, place a block and another block, and create a 3x6 area where we're going to put a comparator, 2 comparators that are going to extend the signal. Go out 2 blocks like that with redstone on top and a redstone torch. This is going to power a sticky piston with a slime block on the face of it, which is going to pull back these 3 blocks. Then we want to have another sticky piston grabbing this observer block, and we're going to power it with a redstone torch on the side of a block and a redstone repeater on 2 ticks delay that is going to go into a block next to the sticky piston. Then we want to have another redstone right here and get the signal up to here, like that. Now we want to place in another observer block on the first slime block of the sticky piston facing back, and we can start with our piston placement. So go out 4 blocks like that and build a 4 high sticky piston wall, 1 block above the slime block, so it should start and end 1 block below. After that we want to have normal pistons facing up and down that can push down the blocks from here to here. Then 2 other normal pistons that are going to create the conveyor, so push the blocks from here to here. Then we want to have some blocks grabbing these blocks right here. And for that we want to have a normal piston that can push them to here. And above that we want to have a sticky piston which can get these blocks. Do the same on the bottom again, and this has to be on the bottom and on the top. Then we want to have a double piston extender right here, 2 blocks behind these pistons, and on the side of those 2 more sticky piston, or 1 more sticky piston, and a observer that is going to face into these sticky pistons, and this is going to create the double piston extender. We can now start with the wiring, and for that we're going to take a output from this observer with a block and a redstone dust below that. Then we want to make sure that the piston doesn't get powered, so place a button right here. Place redstone on those 2 blocks, and now come over to this normal piston. Place 5 blocks in this direction with 2 redstone dust, then a repeater set on 1 tick, then 3 more redstone dust like that, and this is going to create a circuit. Then we can power this piston, and this is going to need a observer facing into that sticky piston, and before that 3 4-tick repeaters like that, which are going to add up to a 12-tick delay. Now we want to power this piston, and for that we are going to use 2 4-tick repeaters facing into the block above it. Then we want to extend that line with 3 redstone dust on blocks, and then go to the left with a half slab, and this has to be a half slab, and a redstone dust on top. And the reason it has to be a half slab is because we want to activate this line twice, but this one only once. And for that we are going to take a output from here and send it into this block, and we don't want to get it back. And because if redstone is on a slab it only goes up, that's why this functions. Then we want to have 2 4-tick repeaters coming out of here, leading into a block, which is going to lead into another 4-tick repeater. And right here we want to have a monostable circuit, so a sticky piston with a block on top, then have a output with 2 repeaters, 1 set on 1 tick and 1 set on 3 ticks. After that we want to activate these 4 pistons, and for that we are going to use normal redstone right here and change that back to 4 ticks, and 2 redstone dust above each other, then 2 repeaters facing into that on 1 tick delay. Then just get a line of redstone down and again use the half slab trick, right here to create a staircase right here. After that, we are going to want to have a 2-tick repeater facing into these two normal pistons. Then a observer that is going to also power this 2-tick repeater and another line of redstone and block these lines from connecting, and this is going to first activate these pistons, getting the blocks from here and here, like that, and then this is going to activate once, sending these blocks in this place, and then after that these are going to be activated, sending the blocks from there to here, and then this is going to be activated once more. To be activated once more, we need to have a output from here, and for that we're going to need a observer block, then a redstone dust like that, and another redstone dust, and this is going to activate these pistons once. Quick fix: you're going to need to place a slab instead of a normal block right here, so this piston doesn't get powered by this signal. The last thing we want to do on this side is place a block above this first repeater, place a redstone dust in on top of that block, then place another redstone dust on the left slab of that, and then just place 2 more 4-tick repeaters that are going to mirror the signal of this to the top. On this side, we want to start with the wiring for the double piston extender, and because the double piston extender has this observer, we just have to power these 2 rows of pistons, and for that we are going to place in 2 redstone dust on blocks and another 2 redstone dust on blocks. Then we're going to create a pulse extender with a 4-tick repeater and a 1-tick repeater, which are fed by a 4-tick repeater that connects up via redstone dust to the input from the observer block. And we want to have these pistons activated once before the double piston extender, and for that we're going to use a 1-tick repeater and just connect that up with redstone and block that so those don't connect. Now we want to also activate these 2 pistons, and for that we are going to create a slab tower just right here, then get that higher, and I hate placing slab towers, but like that. Then we want to have a platform that is roughly this size, and we want to activate this by using a observer from here with a repeater set on 4 ticks right there, another repeater, another 4-tick repeater, and this is to mirror that down there. Then place a block right there, block of your choice. We also want to activate this piston, and this is going to be achieved by 3 redstone dust down here, a a block of your choice, another 1-tick repeater, and a redstone right there. Then you want to also activate this piston if this one is triggered, and for that we are just going to get a output with a observer from this block and another output with another observer. Fast correction: you don't have to place a normal block here, but you have to place a piston of some sort, or a lamp, or anything that a observer can detect. We want to do the same thing as up here, down here, and for that we are going to use 2 observers behind each other and then just connect it with 2 redstone dust to this normal piston. We're almost done with the station. There are just some last touches to make, and one of that is that we have to place a redstone before this observer and then run a line that connects to the main line of the incoming. So place redstone right here, and we want to have a one-way ticket again, so place in the old slab, and this is going to only allow this signal to go up and not this signal to go down. We also want to connect this up to this line, and that's why we want a one-way redstone line, and create a monostable circuit right here with a redstone repeater and redstone right there. Now we want to place in the automatic relaunch of the tunnel bore. For that we are going to need to go one block up like that, then place in a 1-tick and a 3-tick repeater right here, and place in a pulse not shortener but extender with comparators like that. Then get the signal up one and place a block with a redstone torch. Then place a repeater, a sticky piston, which is going to create a monostable circuit, and connect that to this signal extender. And here we have to use a normal repeater so we can lock it. And now we are going to build the controls. So to lock this, we are going to need another repeater, and this is going to be powered by a redstone. And here we can place in our lever if we want to relaunch the tunnel bore. If it's on, this means it's not going to relaunch, and if it's off, it's going to relaunch. Now for the initial launch, we're going to need a repeater facing into the pulse extender with a button right here. And this is going to do nothing right now because here's a obsidian and we want to leave it there until we are finished. We're now going to be building the block conveyor. So for that we want to find the last block and build some pistons right here. Right there where the line is going to come from. So here's the line, and then we want to have some pistons right here, 2 normal pistons, and observer that are going to observe the line right here, this line. Then we want to take a output with a redstone dust and lead that into a block. After that, a repeater, which is going to go into a block with a redstone dust on the side of that block, which is going to go into another block, which is going to power this piston and butt power this piston, so both will extend. And we can see that here. And this is useful because it doesn't matter which of the lines moves, both are always going to move. And this is if only the upper come in, because maybe there's a cave, it's still going to convey the blocks. Now we want to go out from here and look at where we can build the next conveyor station, which is right here. We want to have another 2 normal pistons and another 2 observers, which are going to lead into redstone, which is going to go into a repeater, which is going to power a block, and that is going to power redstone, which is going to power the pistons. And I would recommend to put obsidian at the end of the lines always. Then we can build the last conveyor station right here. You can leave enough space, or you can it depends how much space you want in between this and the TNT breaking. Now you can place in the last 2 pistons like that, and I think you get the idea. So place in the observer blocks a block, then a redstone repeater, another block, redstone, and a block. Then place in your obsidian. We're going to start the TNT duplication by the activation, and we're going to activate the TNT after this line has been activated. For that, we're going to just place a block next to this redstone dust, place a repeater on 4 ticks, then place a block in which the repeater is facing, and build another pulse extender with comparators, just like that. This is going to lead into a block with a redstone torch. I meant 2 blocks with a redstone torch. And this has to be adjusted at how many blocks you have. 6 is the minimum with 1 block, so the redstone torch would be there. But I have 7 blocks in between this obsidian to this one, to this server. And after this torch, we are going to place in a redstone dust and a monostable circuit with a piston, then a 2-tick repeater after that, and a torch tower too high for the first purpose. After that, we are going to place in 10 4-tick repeaters like this. Then we're going to start with the pistons that are going to push in the blocks. So we are going to start right here, 2 blocks away from this obsidian, and place a piston wall that's 7 by 2, so 4 by 2, 5 by 2, 6 by 2, 7 by 2, and right here we want to have obsidian blocking any further pushing. Now, behind this we are going to place in another redstone line, like that, and connect this up to the redstone line, so place in 2 more repeaters, so do that. 1 more 4-tick repeater and then a 3-tick repeater, and this should be 10 4-tick repeaters and 1 3-tick repeater. We're now going to extend the torch tower by 2, so 1 and 2. Place a block above this redstone torch and a block next to the redstone torch with a redstone dust on the block. Then a 1-tick repeater and 8 4-tick repeaters, so like that, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. These are going to lead into a piston, and this is going to push the TNT into the middle, like that. We're going to need a 2-high wall on the far end, a 2-high wall above the piston, and then a 4-high wall besides the piston. And you should replace these blocks with obsidian because the TNT would blow those blocks up, and we need some obsidian to shield the repeaters. Now we are going to place in a obsidian right there. We can also extend this torch tower by 2 more, and now we are going to place in the duper. So place in 7 redstone dust right here, which are going to lead into a block with a sticky piston right here and a obsidian below that. Then create this shape and place in a detector rail with a minecart. Then build a temporary block, place a TNT on the face of it, and build a L shape right here with a detector rail and a slime block above. And then you have to manually activate that once. Now if we break this torch once, you can see the TNT is duped and it lands down here, and I forgot we also have to shield the piston, and for that we are just going to use some more obsidian like that. Now you can start with shielding these pistons, and for that we're just going to use a little something like that and just extend this by 2 or 3 blocks up, and that's that. Now we can also place in some obsidian right here just to be sure that no redstone gets harmed. And now we can put in our collection system, and most of our drops are going to be on this block or on this block, so you can remove that again. And we're going to place in our hoppers just below those blocks, and I like to have a 4x7 area of hoppers and a double chest right here, and lead all the hoppers into that double chest like that and that. That should do the collecting part. You can also decorate this part or use water streams or hopper minecarts below obsidian. It's up to you what you use, but I would recommend this because it's really simple and it's pretty cheap, and yeah. But that's it for the tutorial. I really hope you have enjoyed this video. It took me a lot of time, and a like or a comment would be appreciated. But if you have enjoyed, leave a like, consider subscribing. But anyway, that's it for today, and I hope to see you all in the next video.